classic timeless cut. Beyond the perfect haircut, indulge in a revitalizing manicure or pedicure. Our skilled technicians use only the finest ethically sourced products, ensuring a truly pampering experience for your skin and the planet. Enjoy a refreshing drink, a mojito, chamomile tea, or something bubbly while you unwind in our relaxing atmosphere. Looking to socialize? Challenge friends to a game of table tennis or snooker in our convivial relaxation area. Reconnect with yourself and leave feeling confident, truly pampered and beautifully you. DY Scott is more than just a salon. It's an experience that nourishes your mind, body and soul. Find us at Roadblock Jalingo, Konaru, or call 081-4563-6195 to book your appointment today. DY Scott, where style meets serenity.
Are you ready to advance your career in health and management? Higher Ground College of Health and Management Sciences invites ambitious students to pursue excellence in dynamic learning environments. Why choose us? Our institution offers a transformative educational experience, combining education excellence and practical skills. We provide a cutting-edge curriculum with hands-on training, mentorship from industry professionals, networking opportunities for career growth, and leadership development for global impact. The programs offered include BSc, Medical Laboratory Science, Nursing Science, Environmental Health Science, Public Health, Community Health, and Health Economy. We also offer HND in Public Nursing. Our facilities: modern computer and medical labs, research centers and digital libraries, and interactive learning spaces and study zones. Who can apply? Aspiring professionals in health and management can apply. Working individuals seeking career advancement can also apply. International students looking for a global learning environment are also key applicants. Application requirements are 5 SSC credits, including English and Mathematics, JAM and entrance exam scores, medical report, birth certificate, local government industry letter, recommendation letters. Why Higher Ground? We offer work-study programs, flexible payment, and a supportive academic environment. Apply today. Visit www.highergroundcollege.edu or our campuses at Lab opposite VCJ Jalingo, Taraba State, and opposite Army Barracks, Tako, Taraba State. Take the first step towards a brighter future. Choose Higher Ground College.
Keep watching Sam TV.
The Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) Women Wing will weaken Taraba State cordially invites the public to their 31st annual convention, which is scheduled to take place on 15th to 18th May 2025. Venue CRC and LCC EB. Theme: the role of Christian women in time like this. Special guest of honor, Her Excellency Mrs. Agin Agbukefus, First Lady of Taraba State. Guest speakers, Very Reverend Engineer Okechukwu Kalu JP and Reverend Sagarga Novalga Gargia. Chief host, Mrs. Alice Nuhu, or weekend chairperson. Host, Mrs. Philomena Ibrahim and Reverend Dr. Dan Adis. Announcer, Planning Committee.
RU Executive Transport, a transportation company ready to change the transportation narrative in Taraba State and Nigeria at large, bringing comfort, safety and reliability. Witness their impact on the people, the economy and Nigeria's transportation future.
RU Executive Transport Company was actually incorporated sometime in 2024, and the decision to establish the company was actually born out of a burden for travelers to Jalingo, especially from Abuja. And I saw that need and tried to reach out to existing transport companies to fill the gap, but they were not forthcoming. And so I decided to go into it myself. That is the main essence of this company, to connect Taraba State to other parts of the country, especially Abuja and Yola, comfortably for executive travelers.
We offer executive services to both individuals and group of people. The kind of services we render depends on the needs in which our customers wishes for us to offer. Either wedding, conferences, ambulance services or car hire services, we ensure that we give you the very best of service.
We offer shuttle services. We started with Jalingo Yola. And right now, as I'm talking to you, we are already looking out for a terminal in Abuja, because Abuja route is actually the ultimate. That was the motivation behind the establishment of the company, so that travels between Abuja and Jalingo can be done comfortably. So we are trusting God that by April, before the end of April, we will start the Abuja route. We are already looking out for a terminal. And so that is the basic thing. And we go into car hire services too. You can hire our Sienna buses, you can hire our Hummer buses, you can also hire our ambulances. So we have all these types of vehicles in place. And I want to say here, what I mean by travel in comfort is that if you are traveling with our Sienna bus, for example, we don't take more than 5 passengers on our shuttle trips. But if you hire it, we allow you to take up to 6 passengers. In other words, 3 people can sit at the back, 2 at the center and 1 in front. But if it is through our shuttle services, it's only 5.
We ensure we take off on time and also arrive on time, most especially for our airport passengers that would love to catch up with a flight to their various destinations. And also we provide comfort and relaxation. All our vehicles are fully air-conditioned vehicles.
RU Executive Transport, a transportation company ready to change the transportation narrative in Taraba State and Nigeria at large.
SK Escape the everyday at DY Scott, a luxurious haven for your hair, nails, and overall well-being. Imagine yourself settling into a plush armchair, the aroma of essential oils and freshly brewed coffee filling the air. Expert stylists meticulously craft your perfect look, whether you're seeking a bold modern style or a classic timeless cut. Beyond the perfect haircut, indulge in a revitalizing manicure or pedicure. Our skilled technicians use only the finest ethically sourced products, ensuring a truly pampering experience for your skin and the planet. Enjoy a refreshing drink, a mojito, chamomile tea, or something bubbly while you unwind in our relaxing atmosphere. Looking to socialize? Challenge friends to a game of table tennis or snooker in our convivial relaxation area. Reconnect with yourself and leave feeling confident, truly pampered and beautifully you. DY Scott is more than just a salon. It's an experience that nourishes your mind, body, and soul. Find us at Roadblock Jalingo, Konaru, or call 081-4563-6195 to book your appointment today. DY Scott, where style meets serenity.
Are you ready to advance your career in health and management? Higher Ground College of Health and Management.
Every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
The Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) Women Wing Warwick and Taraba State cordially invites the public to their 31st annual convention, which is scheduled to take place on 15th to 18th May 2025. Venue CRC and LCC EB. Theme: the role of Christian women in time like this. Special guest of honor, Her Excellency Mrs. Agin Agbukefus, First Lady of Taraba State. Guest speakers, Very Reverend Engineer Okechukwu Kalu JP and Reverend Sagarga Novalga Gargia. Chief host, Mrs. Alice Nuhu, Warwick Chairperson. Host, Mrs. Philomena Ibrahim and Reverend Dr. Dan Adis. Announcer, Planning Committee.
Welcome to the broadcast of News Hour on SOM TV, the pulse of the nation. You can follow us on Facebook at SOM TV and on YouTube at SOM TV Live. Now the major headlines. Algon seeks legal amendment for local government inclusion in FAC deliberations. NSA Nuhu Ribadu and Nigeria's governors rally to curb insecurity in Benue, Plateau, and other states. Niger governor orders arrest of dreadlocked youth, imposes curfew in Minna. I am Esther Oka Stephen, and now the news in full. The Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, ALGON, has urged an amendment of the law governing the Federation Accounts Allocation Committee, FAC, to allow official representations of local governments in revenue-sharing discussions. ALGON Secretary General Mohammed Abubakar made the call in an interview emphasizing the local government chairman should be part of the decision-making process on fund distribution. He pointed out that despite agreements with state governors and commissioners to open commercial banks accounts to direct allocation transfers, local governments are still excluded from FAC meetings due to existing legal limitation. Abubakar highlighted opposition from some state officials who insist that current FAC laws does not recognize local government, a stance he believes must be corrected through legislation. This cause comes after a July 2024 Supreme Court ruling that direct federal allocations be paid directly to all 774 local councils. However, the directive implementation is stalled, with the Central Bank of Nigeria requiring 2 years of audited accounts from councils before enabling direct disbursement. The National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribado has assured Nigerians of President Tinubu's commitment to ending nationwide insecurity. Speaking in Makurdi, he condemned the recent killings in Benue State and pledged full federal support to Governor Hycinth Alia. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Governors Forum meets today in Abuja to address ongoing violence in Plateau and Benue State. In an issue of solidarity, several governors recently visited Plateau and condoled the victims' families, urging peace and dialogue. In Niger State, Governor Mohammed Bago warned to personally lead operations against miscreants, imposing a dogs-to-down ban on motorcycle and tricycle in Minna. Elsewhere, Edo and Gombe State Governors Monday Okpebolo and Muhammadu Yahaya held high-level security meeting following local unrest. Okpebolo vowed to root out criminals elements, while Yahaya pledged government support for victims of a deadly Easter procession incident in Billiri. Traditional leaders and civil society groups continue to call for urgent, sustained actions to stop the bloodshed and restore peace across Nigeria. Police in Niger State arrested 30 illegal miners in Minna, recovering mining tools while several suspects fled. Minors among those arrested were released. Adults will face persecution. The operation followed a recent mining pit collapse in Ferindoki, Shiroro local government area, which killed 2 miners. In a separate case, 2 suspects were arrested for illegal possession of a fabricated rifle and ammunition. Still from Niger State, Governor Mohammed Umar Bago of Niger State has directed security agencies to arrest individuals with dreadlocks, citing security concerns. Speaking at a stakeholders meeting with traditional rulers and security officials in Minna, Bago condemned what he called rascality and ordered that offenders be shaved and fined. He also warned that anyone found with weapon would be treated as an armed robber. The governor appealed to parents to caution their children and announced a strict 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew in Minna, exempting only medical emergencies restriction to apply to it. He further instructed community leaders to monitor visitors and warned the buildings sheltering criminals or drugs groups would be demolished. The measures follows a surge in violence and thuggery in the state capital. Inspector General of Police Kayode Igbetokun has ordered the immediate withdrawal of Police Mobile Force PMF personnel from private individuals and unauthorized VIP assignments nationwide. The directive issued during a meeting with PMF Squadron's commander is part of a broader effort to restore the PMF's original tactical mandate and improve operational efficiency in tackling insecurity. Igbetokun expressed concern over the misuse of PMF officers as personal escorts and guards. A trend, he said, undermines the force's capacity to respond to critical emergencies. He warned that indiscipline and misconduct among personnel will no longer be tolerated and stressed the importance of accountability at all command levels. As part of the forum, each squadron must now maintain a combat-ready unit for tactical operation and participate in quarterly training sessions focused on ethics and professionalism. A newly established Special Intervention Squads will support PMF operations in conflict zones. The IGP emphasized that the police must return to their core responsibilities in ensuring public safety and national security. Still on the Nigerian police, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Igbetokun, has ordered an immediate reorganization of the Police Mobile Force (PMF) to strengthen internal security and restore the unit's operational focus. Speaking at a meeting with PMF squadron commanders in Abuja, Igbetokun highlighted the need to align the PMF with the original mandate as a rapid response unit for emergencies and violent threats. He expressed concerns over the increasing deployment of PMF personnel to non-core duties, such as escorting private individuals and VIP, which he said has compromised the unit's effectiveness. Key reforms announced include the immediate withdrawal of PMF officers from unauthorized assignments, regular quarterly training on ethics and professionalism, and maintaining combat-ready units across all squadrons. Commander will also be held accountable for the conduct of their personnel and are expected to enforce discipline, human rights, compliance, and operational excellence through proactive leadership. Igbetokun reaffirmed the commitment to the Nigerian police force to restoring the PMF as a dependable tactical unit. He also unveils plans for new leadership strategies and capacity building initiatives to meet modern security challenges. The IGP acknowledged the support of President Bola Tinubu, an international partner in enhancing the PMF's capabilities, and urged all commanders to embrace the reform as a professional and moral obligation. In a related development, the Inspector General of Police, Dr. Kayode Igbetokun, has cautioned host communities against granting large loans to police officers posted to their areas. Represented by Kogi State Commissioner of Police, Mila Dantawaye, at the commissioning of a new divisional police headquarters in Imana Olama Borough local government area, Igbetokun warned that such loans could be financially burdensome for officers to repay. He urged residents to maintain the donated facilities and foster cooperation with deployed personnel to enhance local security. Governor Usman Ododo, represented by Deputy Governor Joel Onyimbo, commended the initiatives and stressed the importance of synergy between communities and the police in intelligence gathering. The donor, Dr. Peter Ali, expressed hope that the new edifice would symbolize collective commitment to safety and development. Federal government-owned College of Education in Nigeria will begin offering degrees program alongside the Nigerian Certificate in Education (NCE) starting from the September to October 2025 academic session. Minister of Education Tunji Alausa announced the implementation of the dual mandate during a stakeholders meeting in Abuja, emphasizing it is a strategic move to increase access to teachers' education and improve enrollment rates. The policy backed by the Federal College of Education Act 2023 aims to revitalize the institution and prevent their extinction amid dwindling student numbers. Al-Hausa warned that colleges that fail to adopt the dual program risks being phased out. He criticized the low enrollment figure, revealing that fewer than 1,000 students applied to the Federal College of Education in 2024, despite over 2 million JAMB applications nationwide. The minister emphasized that the National Universities Commission and JAMB have prepared the necessary framework for the new structure, which is intended to reposition the college as competitive institutions for producing qualified teachers. Kaduna State Governor Uba Sani has called on former President Muhammadu Buhari, ex-governor Nasir El-Rufai, and other northern political leaders to apologize to the people of northern Nigeria for years of failed leadership. In an interview with Daily Trust, Sani admitted that all those who held office in the past 2 decades, including himself, bear responsibilities for the region's underdevelopment. He acknowledged that despite substantial federal spending during Buhari's administration, particularly on social intervention programs, the region grew poorer due to widespread financial exclusion. Sani urged that over 70% of the northern population, especially the poor, were left out of the economic system. He urged political figures not to deceive citizens with empty rhetoric and praised critics who offer honest, constructive feedbacks. However, he criticized former officials who contributed to the region's decline but now present themselves as reformers. The Nigerian Customs Service granted 1.75 trillion naira in 2025, surpassing its target and marking a nearly 30% increase from last year. Controller General Bashir Adeniyi attributed the growth to ongoing reform and duty exemption, which also helped reduce food price. Despite success, challenges such as exchange rate volatility and U.S. tariff on Nigerian exports persist. Customs recorded 298 seizures of worth 7.7 billion naira, mainly rice, fuel, and other items. The service plans to boost operations through modernization and stakeholders' collaboration. The Lagos State government has trained 1,200 women on financial literacy across 12 hard-to-reach communities through its Office of Sustainable Development Goals in collaboration with African Human Capacity Development Plus. The last training involves 100 women from the riverine Oko Agbon community in Agboyi Ketu LCDA. The initiative, part of the Women's Financial Inclusion Program, aims to empower financial marginalized women and promote inclusive economic participation. Key partners include OPE, Cowrywise, LASMA, and NIMC. Beneficiaries were also enrolled in the Ilara Eco Health Scheme. Community leaders commended the project and called for infrastructure upgrade to support future development. Going to Taraba State, stakeholders led by Honorable M.J. Umar, Executive Chairman of the Sardauna Local Government, and Chief Barrister G.T. Katabs, Secretary to the Taraba State Government, recently visited the ongoing Gembu-Mamga-Yang Leap Road project. The inspection, which included top state officials, focused on various sections of the road, particularly the River Wukari Bridge, with stakeholders expressing satisfaction with the progress and quality of work being executed. Some TV correspondent files in the report.
Roads projects. Stakeholders tour ongoing Gembu-Mamga-Yang Leap Road construction. Honorable M.J. Umar, Executive Chairman of Sardauna Local Government, led stakeholders from the Mambila Plateau to conduct an inspection tour of the ongoing Gembumbamga-Yang Lib Road project as part of effort to assess the progress so far. The delegation was headed by the Secretary to the Government of the State, Barrister Gibbon Timothy Katabs, then Ngui Mambila and Jagaban Gashaka, alongside top government officials from across the state. The team visited various sections of the road under construction, along which was the River Okare Bridge, and expressed deep satisfaction with the pace and quality of work being executed. During that inspection, the SGS who engaged with the engineers and contractors on site commended their professionalism and the quality of work done, urging them to maintain the standard and ensure timely completion of the project. Also speaking, Honorable MJ Omar described the project as a lifeline for the people of Sardauna and the entire Mambila Plateau, emphasizing its significance for economic growth, ease of transportation and social development in the community. The stakeholders expressed their profound appreciation to the federal government for awarding the multi-billion naira project and extended special gratitude to Barrister Omar Bangari, Chief Registrar of the Court of Appeal Nigeria, for his instrumental role in lobbying for the project.
Borno State Governor Professor Babagana Zulum on Tuesday flagged off the construction of a 16 billion naira flyover and the of 7.1 kilometer Tanshan Kano Highway in Maiduguri. At the groundbreaking ceremony, Zulum stated that 50% of the project's cost had already been paid, assuring there would be no cost variation. He urged constructors to uphold quality standards and deliver the project within the set time frame. Commissioner of Work Mustafa Gubio disclosed that the flyover in 9-span bridge measuring 600 meters will be completed in 4 months, while the road is scheduled for completion in 8 months. He added that all necessary soil and structural tests had been completed and compensation requirements were minimal. Pope Francis' body was moved on Wednesday morning in a solemn procession from St. Martin's House, his Vatican residence, to St. Peter Basilica, where the public can now pay their final respect. Until this point, only cardinals, members of the crucial and Vatican staffs had access to his remains. Tens of thousands of mourners are expected to visit ahead of his funeral and burial scheduled for Saturday, which will be attended by global dignitaries. The 88-year-old pontiff, who died of a stroke and heart failure on Easter Monday, had been in declining health. In accordance with his wishes, he will not be buried in St. Peter's Basilica, but rather in the smaller Basilica of St. Mary Majors in Rome. We are taking a brief commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Excuse me. I go read on now.
Escape the everyday at DY Scott, a luxurious haven for your hair, nails, and overall well-being. Imagine yourself settling into a plush armchair, the aroma of essential oils and freshly brewed coffee.
Welcome back. Several Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) officers have been detained over allegation of assaulting 5.2 million naira from a group of young travelers between Ado Ekiti and Akure. The action followed a directive from the Minister of Interior, Olubumi Tunji Ojo, after a viral social media post exposed the incident. NSCDC Commandant General Dr. Ahmed Odi ordered the immediate detention and transfer of the officers to the Corps headquarters in Abuja for a full investigation, describing their conduct as unprofessional and in violation of the Corps Code of Ethics. Odi assured that anyone found guilty will be sanctioned under public service rules. He also urged the public to continue cooperating with the Corps by reporting misconduct. Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, has clarified that the newly inaugurated Presidential Committee on Population and Housing Census is distinct from the National Population Commission, NPC, which hold the legal mandate to conduct census in Nigeria. Speaking at the committee inaugural meeting, Bagudu explained that the ad hoc body was established to advise on funding strategies, institutionally coordinated and practical timelines for the upcoming census. He stressed that appointments to the committee were based on members' official roles, and its scopes include reviewing in census budgets, exploring funding sources, evaluating NPC's preparation, and proposing a realistic census date. President Tinubu tasked the committee to submit initial recommendations within 3 weeks. The formation of the committee followed the NPC's February 2025 briefings on its readiness to conduct a digital biometric-enabled census, proposing a 949 billion naira budget for the exercise. Members of the All Progressive Congress APC in Ojokoro Local Council Development Area LCDA Lagos State staged a protest on Tuesday over alleged plan by party leaders and speakers Modashiru Obesa to impose candidates for the upcoming July 12 local government election. The demonstration, which followed an earlier protest on April 14th, involved supporters and chairmanship aspirants marching from the APC Secretariat to the council office, demanding a level playing field and rejecting the selection of candidates they described as outsiders. Protesters carried placards with messages such as, "We want people from within, not outsiders," and "No imposition. Obasa is forcing on us." Speaking during the protest leader, Olusegun Akinoso Olawaye, argued that all aspirants deserve a fair opportunity to contest, insisting that imposition undermines democratic principles. He compared the situation to President Bola Tinubu's participation in the party's primaries, stating that local contenders should likewise be allowed to prove their popularity. Other protest leaders echoed similar sentiments, calling for the emergence of a candidate who understands and connects with the grassroots. In response, Ojokoro LCDA chairman Ahmed Tijani addressed the protesters, assuring them that no candidate would be imposed as the consultations were ongoing. APC's chairman Jelili Oseni also reaffirmed the party's commitment to fairness, stating that loyal members would be recognized and that the process would remain transparent. A new terrorist group, Mahmuda, has intensified attack on communities in Kwara and Niger State. On Sunday night, they targeted Ilesha Baruba in Kwara, killing 4 Fulani individuals, a vigilante, and a 19-year-old boy. The group has been active in several areas, including Kiama and Tenabo, with suspicious of their links to Boko Haram. The attack are believed to be reprisal against vigilantes cooperating with security forces. Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak of Kwara State visited affected areas to assess the situation and strengthen cooperation with security agencies. Mahmuda, originating from Niger State, has been active for over 5 years, occupying Kenji Lake National Park. While the Kwara police denies the group's existence, security experts urge stronger measures to address tourism in the region. That's all for now. Some TV is a 24-hour TV station. We are live every day. You can follow us on Facebook at Some TV and on